everyone, welcome to Sharpe Health Healing Waves. This is the very first you get to watch right now product review of health and wellness products that I found that have helped me. Either I've had really big changes with them, or they've supported me in overall health and change. And sometimes, as you know, probably some things are a little slower than others. There's some herbs that are slower, and there's some things I felt right away. So today, or this evening, whenever you're watching, we have kind of some of the chill and mood, and then supportive things. So the first, we'll start over here at number one. So I'm sure you've heard of this one, and if you haven't, now you're hearing about it. It's a Shilajit. I don't know if my phone's not focusing very well. It has to be right here because it's focusing on my face. So the Shilajit, there's lots of different companies that make it, and it's a pitch that's in the earth, and it oozes out of the rocks that are compressed. Very interesting, huh? So it's an ooze out of the rocks. It's prehistoric ooze. That's what we'll call it. But it has minerals and many other things. We'll get into that kind of off this thing. I'll show you some examples of some information about it. But it says 85 plus trace minerals, fulvic acid and humic acid, Himalayan gold grade. So this one I got on Amazon. I guess all of these I got on Amazon. Don't tell any of my local store owners my friends. So this is already been almost completely consumed. I gave the other one to my friend, Lyona. Hi, Lyona. So this little thing right here, after you do open it, it's very thick, very thick. And this one, all the ones I've had have been pretty good. I've tried some that didn't seem as clean or something, but this one definitely, it's almost kind of sweet, even though it's this dark pitch. And this one came with a few little sticks so you could put it in. But the one trick I found with this is there's a cap right here. I put the cap thing on there, and I usually don't screw this back on because this stuff you can't unscrew the bottle, so I usually just leave it like that. But it's gotten so sticky that even the white little cap thing, there it is. So the benefits I've found of this, right away, as you can see, I like it. Right away I can feel a difference when I take this. I love things that do that, but I probably take, it says take a little bead, but I take a little bit more, maybe twice the dose. And you might want to start off slow. Oh, remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a health professional. And nothing I'm saying will cure anything or do anything at all. I'm just telling you my own experience with all these products. And you can have whatever experience you have, but don't say that I said what you said that I said to that person, because I didn't say that. Okay? So, Shilajit, that's what my lawyer told me to tell you. So what I've noticed with it, and what they do tout about it, and I do think it's true, is that it can help support anything else that you take. Probably due to the minerals and everything, it helps. So anything else you're taking, it helps to increase its potency and ability to do the effects that it's supposed to do, be it milk thistle, be it more things like that, milk thistle and that be it. So this does actually help calm the nervous system down a little bit. That's what I found too. So, and I needed that after some big trauma that happened with me in my life, and it's still with me a little bit when my son and my friends and I all got shot at and my son got hit. And so he's in a wheelchair now. I'm taking care of him, and we're trying to get him to walk again. but that experience of having some random person shoot at us brought a lot of trauma. So these things have actually helped me out in my process. Of course, I worked with shaman, somatic therapy, different things like that too. But these are some of the minerals. This is a good mineral supplement, you can say, in a sense, but it's even more than that. So that's the shilajit. So let's check out more on the shilajit. Okay, so the next thing that I really enjoyed, and I got it first because my son was having trouble sleeping, and I've turned quite a few people onto this, and I've actually mentioned this to people that have already known about it, but it's Albizia. I always want to call it Albrizia because it just seems easier. Albizia, and I may not be saying it right now, right? But it's the happiness herb, bark and flower, 10-to-1 water extraction. So Lost Empire Herbs is probably one of my Logan, what's his last name? Logan, strongman. But Lost Empire Herbs is great. I love all his products. I feel like he sources all his stuff. There's pine pollen. He does a lot of stuff around hormonal health, and not just for men and women, but this right here, although it tastes pretty wild, has a wild aftertaste in your mouth for a minute, which you can pill it, I guess, if you wanted to. It'd be fine. So the thing that's amazing about this is I've taken this I found this pre the incident with my son. I found out about this and I just wanted to try it out. I think my mom was having trouble sleeping too, and I was like, I'm gonna try this out. A lot of times when I hear about something that might work in a family member, then I'll buy it for myself, try it out, especially if it has other medicinal purposes. So I had drank a bunch of coffee. I do improv and teach improv, and we perform improv. We had a troupe that was performing, and sometimes we perform at a coffee shop, so I drank a few shots of coffee, 2 shots of coffee or something like that at night, which was quite a bit for me, and I was going nuts and I couldn't go to sleep. So I took about a tablespoon of this, and within 20 minutes it was a complete shift. And that was the first time I experienced how powerful this Albizia is, and I've turned it on to a few of my friends, and they have sworn by, because they have insomnia and sleep issues. Maybe I can't say they have insomnia, but one of them had more sleep issues. The other person, I'm not sure at what level, but they swear by that it aided them extremely with being able to get a good night's sleep. And the thing I found with it too is it helped keep the sleep going, but also it can be great for anxiety, tension, whatever. It can just mellow you out, and I didn't feel drugged, but I would say I wouldn't want to do a tablespoon of this and then try to lift things with heavy machinery, use heavy machinery. It definitely mellowed me out. So it does affect. So Albizia, it has other benefits. The thing I like about Lost Empire Herbs, there's some other companies too, is that they put the bag in the bag, so you're not dealing with more plastic and even taking a bunch of gelatin, which who knows where all the gelatin ends up. It's like there are pins in our house, we don't know where they are, but we don't want to talk about where the gelatin ends up. So that being said, I found this one not too long ago. Well, let's see, is there any more stuff on Albizia? Let's see. Good. So this I found, this one I found It's a different company than the first one I found, but this one was cheaper. Yes, way less expensive than the other one that you'll find. And it's an anti-anxiety natural health. It's DHHB 10 milligrams. So the other company that's really expensive, their stuff's good too. But I found that this worked, I could say as good. But I'm not dealing with extreme amount of anxiety. But I have friends and family members that do, so I thought, hey, I'll try this out. And it's nice to just have something like this just to help my nervous system chill out. So, and this works. So a lot of times it's what it is, it's a magnolia bark extract. Who knew? I didn't know. Someone knew. So they made it. So this one's Day Chill. I think I might have got this on eBay. I don't even know if it's on Amazon. I'll put a link for all these. And so I found this for a little less expensive, and I'll sometimes take it and take the capsule and open it and just put it in my mouth. So I'll just throw the capsule away or put it in the compost. So, or if you use capsules, save the capsule for later. So I've done that just with one of these, and I definitely noticed something in about 10 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes, especially putting it in my mouth. So, because it just gets in the system right away. Definitely, I could not just let this sit in my mouth. I mix this with apple juice usually and down it pretty fast, and then have some more apple juice or something to down on top of that. Even just water a little, and it'll still leave a weird. You'll experience it, and you'll experience it. You may not bother you as much. I think for some people it might bother. It's just more the experience of being how it you experience it in your mouth. So anyways, that was that. This is this. So the magnolia bark. So this works pretty fast, very well. I can attest to, because I haven't used it for going crazy, can't sleep, like I've used it for this. So I used this once too, because I tried the trick where they said don't take too much vitamin D before you go to bed. I took a bunch just to see. I'm like, how would that keep me awake? Kept me awake. My mind was going crazy. So, but if you take vitamin D in the daytime, in the morning, the high doses, it can actually help you sleep better. We're going to talk about vitamin D in a minute. So, it helped me with caffeine craziness, and it helped me with the vitamin D craziness and the deal with the stuff. I mean, reading a manual helps too. But so Day Chill it's a great product. DHHB. It's an extract of magnolia bark. Try this out. There's a bunch of other companies too that make the magnolia bark. This one I found was a little less expensive, like in the 30s or something, as opposed to $69 or some of them. That's Day Chill. So we're gonna go to, since I was talking about vitamin D, I'm bringing vitamin D. Let's see, I'm bringing vitamin D into the situation. This is a Amazon one. This is kind of easy. I like that it's not in plastic. It still has, of course, product waste, but it had quite a few in here. I've taken a lot of them, and it has a D and a K. But I would tell you, people are not getting enough magnesium and enough vitamin D. Those are just two. There's many other things, boron. There's many other things, just because of the way our food is produced, and for the fact that a lot of people don't go out in the sun. They're scared of the sun. They cover themselves before they go in the sun. And vitamin D deficiency is probably bigger than we could even imagine. And it can affect everything, bone health, your T levels. I mean, it's your hormones, so it's affecting your testosterone levels, which T levels are really low for even youth nowadays. And yeah, so there's supplements for it. There's a lot of things that we're doing probably to our body or stressing our body out that are not helping either, and just throwing these things on top of them. We need to change some habits probably too. So that being said, vitamin D is very important. So one of the things that I found very interesting, there's a YouTube video by the guy that created vitamin D, well, they didn't create God, or whoever you believe in, the big tree. Well, the guy that created D3, he's a professor, scientist guy, and he has a really, really long, hour and 29 minute, something like that, discussion about his discoveries of vitamin D. It's very good. It was worth watching. I think I watched it in 3 sittings, and watched some parts of it over again, and I sent it to people. I have no idea if they watched it, but it was very informative about the vitamin D, and he was talking about how we actually need 3,000 IUs of vitamin D daily for health. So this has 5,000 IUs, which is great. He also talks about being on the mass dose. You do like 50,000 IUs for 5 days, and I've looked that up. That's helped me with. I've been in the throes of a flu, like a cold, flu, fever's coming up. I'm at a workshop. And I'm like, I can't really go to the workshop and get even sick. I took 50,000 IUs of vitamin D one day, probably the next day. By the next day, it was gone. And so this has not happened every time, but it's happened probably about 3 times I've been able to get through a cold or a flu like within days that we usually probably I would have had to ride it for a couple weeks. And so, and there's not a toxicity issue. You're thinking of vitamin A. So you got to get 1 million. I think the one case was a guy who had 1 million. But anyway, 1 million a day for a period of time. And all he had to do was just stop taking it, and it went away. Because our body knows how to get rid of it. So if you get so much sun, you get so much vitamin D, then your body has to be able to get rid of what you're not using. We're used to that. So the other thing that I found very fascinating from a doctor that was talking about it, I'm pretty sure he was a doctor, professor doctor or something. He was a doctor. He had to be a doctor. But I didn't see his, card or whatever. But anyways, he was talking about vitamin D. He was talking about, because, we go out in the sun and we think, oh, I went out in the sun and got vitamin D. He was talking about one of the experience of how it gets created. And so was this other guy. But vitamin D gets created, when you're in the sun, on your skin, underneath your skin, and it starts to get created, and then it starts changing, and it takes time. I think it could be 24, 48 hours. It could have been something like 48 for it to actually convert and then get into your bloodstream. And so if you go out in the sun to get a bunch of vitamin D, and then this is what the guy was saying, when you do your sun to get your D, don't go and soap sud yourself in the areas that you got sun. Maybe the other areas, but those main areas. So do it the next day or so. That will actually maybe not wipe out all the vitamin D, but quite a bit. So that's the vitamin D. I have one more thing, and I'm gonna have more and more of these videos. So I have one more thing. It's amazing. You ready? It's in a gold little packet. It's a mystery. This stuff is amazing. I just bought this stuff. I'm not going to show you what it is. I just bought this stuff on Amazon. It was kind of it took me a second to realize if I really wanted to get it, because it was $69. And I was like, that's a lot of money. I don't know if this will do anything. And it's in the kind of weirder spectrum of Ormus and stuff like that. And so hopefully I can give it some kind of respectful talking. I'll talk about it a little bit, and then maybe I'll just show you some images of brochure benefit things. So this stuff, and you can look it up. Just go look it up. I'll put a link to just where I got it, because I got it on Amazon. And I don't know if you're going to be able to even read it. It's Ennergold, E-N-E-R gold. Maybe you've heard of this. So this stuff is, can't even read it. See if yeah, so it's gold Ormus, and it's powdered. I'm going to take some right in front of you, and you're going to see a complete change in my being. You see? It's amazing. this changed my life. So what I found with this Ennergold, I mean, a lot of people are taking this for to help with meditation, to just help with that's the main thing I was hearing about, like meditation and general things like that. And trying to remember the other things because I just got this and I looked at some of this stuff. But meditation, I'm always interested in things that can heighten my spiritual experience, my being more open, and I've heard a lot about Ormus and researched it a bit, but I've never actually taken this. I've taken some other gold products from this one company that's pretty cool, but I never experienced something like this that gave me a change right away. So even I just took a little bit. You don't have to take very much. This has been a month or so, and really they say this can be a month's dose. I think some days I haven't taken it, but just with what I took right now, I can actually feel it, and I don't feel like it's what do you call it, where I'm just making it up, because the first few times, every time I've taken it, I can feel it a little bit. The one thing that I noticed about it a little bit is that it wasn't as much as a pop, bow, wow, you know, even like this Albizia. It was over time, I started noticing some of my weird, the habits that I was trying to change that were kind of keeping me from being more productive, things that they were just not congruent with how I wanted to spend my day or whatever. They just started going away. It wasn't like I had to sit there and write another choice. Like, I got to make sure I do this instead of, you know, wasting my time spacing out on my screen or something. So I found that I just was more focused, more clear. Meditation was a little bit deeper, but the biggest thing was just this natural inclination not to. I moved out of some of the things that were not supporting, some behaviors that were supporting me, and it felt very easy to do. It just was natural for me not to do that and to do what actually served me, served my spirit and my body more, to be uplifted. And so that's that. I mean, it's kind of a out there product for probably some people, because I don't know how to explain it too much more than that. And it was kind of out there as far as my experience with it goes. And so I'm going to keep taking it. I really enjoy it. It's probably going to be one of my staples, if not every, you know, a couple times a year, depending on, I'll probably, yeah, something like that. I've thought about other ways of taking it too, like maybe mixing a little bit, doing it like homeopathy, mixing a little bit in a big thing of water. And I have a little magnet, you know, I could put it on that and see if it magnifies the Ormus, and boom. So yeah, so that is Ennergold thing, and it's Ennergold, E-N-E-R Gold. They have other products too, but this one I would say try this. So all these change right away. I've experienced change right away, experience change right away. This is definitely takes time, but you can, and it's hard for me to say like, oh my gosh, I got enough vitamin D this week, I feel so much different. But I believe in vitamin D. I'm sure you do too. And Day Chill definitely experienced something right away. So these are some products. So check out the next products. Yes, the next products. I hope you have fun. And remember, I'm not a doctor or a health practitioner or anything like that. I'm just sharing you my experience and things that help me. And if you want to play with them, try them out. Great. Oh, I forgot to say one thing. I'm curious, out of all these things, the Albizia, the Day Chill, the vitamin D3, the Ennergold, the Shilajit, please comment. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Which one of these products kind of got you interested, the most excited? So which one got you, like, you're thinking, like, that's something I want to research, that's something I might be interested in, and what is that about? What is it about it that interests you? I took a chance with the Ennergold, and I had an experience, and I still am. So I don't know if you can tell, my Ennergold is more golden now from me taking it earlier, but it is. Okay. Well, let me know which product is good for you now. I'm curious. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, to the videos, and watch the next video. Who knows what product it could be? How could it change your life? Yes, the next product's video.